Hello, Just Too Good here. Today I'm reviewing the LEGO Junior's Cars 3 Willy's Butte Speed Training Set. This has 2 cars, 95 pieces, and retails for $20 in the United States. If you want to pick this up, it's available at Target right now. So let's take a look at the build. So here's the build of the set. You got Lightning McQueen in his training outfit, Sheriff, which is great to get in LEGO form finally, and the build right here, this little Willy's Butte. So here is the training outfit Lightning McQueen, and finally an up-close look at those Juniors LEGO Cars builds. Now these are a lot like the ones from 2011, but there's a little bit of differences. And that consists of the main frame build right here, which is one whole piece now, and the tail on the back, which is a totally new mold. It's actually a really useful mold too. Parts like this windshield right here, and even the front kind of bumper, those are all the same molds from 2011. And of course the use of 2x4 tiles on the side. But I wanted to show a closer look at the inside. You can see how that build is kind of, or how that frame piece kind of just sits there. You do stick the wheels on though. But like I said, this is the same piece from 2011. And this is a really cool piece that I haven't seen before. And because of this training suit Lightning McQueen, you do get that in a nice sand blue, which looks great. I also like kind of the mix of sand blue and gray on this Lightning McQueen design. It seems like he's getting a repaint or a recolored design, and he's like halfway through it because he got some gray showing through. I think that's a really cool looking build. One thing that is sad though is you can't have any like license plates or anything, unlike the 2011 ones, because there's no like pieces on the back to kind of stick that 1x4 part on. And let's compare it to the 2011 builds right here. So we got that on the right, and you could see that there are some differences in the design as well without using new pieces. For example, the 2017 one uses a much better design of a 1x2 tile up front instead of a 1x2 plate. And I don't know why they didn't do that back in the day. And it's something I never noticed until I saw the new builds. I'm like, yeah, that does look better. It looks a lot smoother. But like I said, these front bumpers are actually the same exact molding. And how those work, if you haven't used any car sets before, there's just kind of these 1x2 studs right here, and you just kind of put the tile on there. Other than that, I mean, they're the same exact size, and I'm glad LEGO made them the same size and kind of like design and format. They use a lot of the same pieces. You can see they're actually missing, I guess, some of those studs on the back. But that tail, the use of the new tail molding looks so much better than just sticking a 1x4 plate on the back. So for the most part, I would say it is an improvement, and it's cool that's easy to build for the kids that this is aimed towards. So next car will be Sheriff. So here is Sheriff, and it's cool to finally get this character from Cars 1 and Cars 2 in LEGO form, because the initial Cars line didn't have him. I guess if you count the Duplo stuff, we did get him twice. But the design of him actually uses a lot of new pieces for this Cars 3 line. Of course, like any other Cars character, all the stuff is printed. So you got this really cool Mercury logo right here, which it's kind of cool that they got the license to put some of the car designs on there. Also, you have this license plate right here, 2 tail lights, and even this back part. And all that is printed because it is a Juniors set. And of course, this whole design is based off of a 1949 Mercury 8 car. So you got a really authentic kind of shaping here. And they illustrate that by using this new piece right here, which is a 2x4 kind of, I guess, rounded piece. And this is used a lot for some of the cars in the Cars 3 line. And you can see they use 2 of those. One of them has the front kind of eyes and the side windows. The other one has the back windows and the side windows right there. And there's a nice kind of silver shine to those side windows. There's also a printed 2x2 tile right there. And on this front design right here, this is actually a new molding, which is actually really useful. It works like the front molding of, say, like a Lightning McQueen, which is actually the back of Sheriff, funny enough. But it has kind of a different shaping to it. You have also, just like that front molding for Lightning McQueen, 2 studs right here on like a 1x2 kind of shaping. And the whole base is actually the same one used for Lightning McQueen. But they just kind of added a little bit of length by using those back kind of tail parts right here with the hood on the back. And other than that, I mean, the whole design in general is just something I'm really happy to get because I wanted Sheriff because he's part of the Radiator Springs crew. So now let's take a look at the actual build of the set. So let's take a look at the rest of the set. We'll start with this ramp right here. So here's kind of this training ramp, or whatever you want to call it. It's actually kind of a cool printed design on this ramp piece, which is the junior's ramp piece. Now you can push Lightning McQueen up here through the little gated fences right there, and they kind of just wobble around as you'd like. Those are printed as well. They appeared a lot in the LEGO Angry Birds line. You also have a little bush right here. But yeah, not too much going on here. They use one of those smaller junior bases in this nice kind of nougat color right here. And you can see how that connects everything. And now on to the next little build. They also give you a little traffic cone right here, which is the same build they used back in 2011 with that Lightning McQueen $7 set. And this is like a little speed meter, and I love how this came out. Great printed panel right there. That's going to be really useful. And over here, we have what seems to be a little kind of a speed measurer. You know, those little traffic cops use those all the time. Up there's a printed tile, which we've seen a few times before, as well as another printed tile on the side right here. You got these older style wheels, which were used a lot in the town line in the 90s. These two stands to hold it up. And this part, which you could kind of connect to Sheriff if you'd like. And you can see he actually has a little jumper piece on the back, and he could just kind of wheel that around if he'd like. So that is pretty neat. And then you would probably get a little bit more movement if you move these two up. So attaching it just like that, you can see how that works out. And let's go on to the last part of the build. So here is the last part, which is just a little radiator spring sign, which you could actually spin around like this. I like how they use two 2x4 tiles right here. I would probably use this bottom part as a picture frame or something in a house. I think that's awesome. And up here, it's just a radiator spring sign. And I'm glad these don't look too juniorized or anything like that. They're genuine prints that you might see in like an actual set. Of course, actual sets, if it's 2x4 tile, you'd probably have to use a sticker, which kind of sucks. But yeah, it's just a very simple build. You have a little bit of a ramp going on right here. But that's just a cute little design. And that's it for the whole build of the set. Let's take a look at the box and the final verdict. Here is the box. You got actually a classic $20 box size, I believe. And you even have a little easy to build. That actually demonstrates it really well on the back right there. And here is the instructions. And as with most junior sets, you have a nice little illustration right here, which looks a little bit too wacky. Ooh, wacky antics. And on the back, you got a little picture of all the sets except that one Mac set that I've been waiting for, because I think that has Jackson Storm in it. Some more advertisements on the back right here, but nothing too interesting besides those. So now let's go on to the final verdict. So overall, the LEGO Cars 3 Willy's Butte Speed Training is a LEGO Junior set that I really appreciate, because it seems like this Cars 3 line in general isn't trying to make it so juniorized, I guess you could say, which a lot of people, I guess, throw that word around. Because even though the builds are very simple, they didn't juniorize the prints, which I like. A lot of the junior sets have these really cartoony prints, which yeah, it's nice to get some printed pieces, but they end up looking too, I guess, out of place if you put them in a city. But you could easily use this in a city. You could use these two right here, which they don't have like little cartoony text. And also this ramp down here is pretty useful as well, the planks themselves, which I know these appeared in the Angry Birds line last year. Then I love how the design for the cars is the same consistency as the 2011 version. They kept it the same scale, they kept it the same general outline, and it looks really good in my opinion. And also for those who are looking for some rare pieces besides those prints, it's great to get this tail piece in that sand blue and that 1x2 tile in sand blue, because sand blue in general is a very gorgeous looking color that doesn't get too much use. Other than that, I think as a whole, it's a pretty decent build, but really this is one where you would buy for the parts or the characters, because getting Sheriff in a set is really welcome, because he's a beloved LEGO Cars character that we didn't get in system scale before. So all that considered, I'll rate this at a B+. I think it's a pretty good deal for $20. I just wish the build was a little bit more interesting. But other than that, you do get a cool variant for Lightning McQueen, and you get Sheriff. So that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Bye.